Clip time. Top 5 things from last night. There was a town hall, is it called? Town hall. Joe Biden, Donald Trump both had competing town halls, same time, double booked. Top 5 moments. Wait until number 5. Number 5 this week, like last week, is a surprise. Number 5 is going to be really good. Never eat poppy seed bagel when you have a mouse nearby. The poppy seeds are everywhere, and it's all up in my mouse tracks. Please. Not ideal situation. Number 1 is smiling Trump handsome.
Good evening, Mr. President.
Thank you very much.
I have to say, you have a great smile.
Thank you.
He does. You're so handsome when you smile. Okay.
So handsome when you smile. And you know what? She's right. This is what we could have if the media was fair. This is what Obama got for who knows how long. They said this lady was a Biden supporter initially. She was leaning towards Biden. So I guess once you get to know him and see Trump in person, he kind of has an effect on you. Come on. All right, number two, Savannah Guthrie, number 2, absolute worst. Guthrie.
Let me ask you about QAnon. It is this theory that Democrats are a satanic pedophile ring and that you are the savior of that.
There's a satanic pedophile ring and Trump's the savior? What? Doesn't sound. I've never really heard anything like that. That's so funny too because this whole time it's so ironic. They make Trump disavow white supremacy, QAnon. You disavow QAnon, and according to the left, QAnon is a conspiracy theory, so it's an idea. But then when you ask them to disavow Antifa, oh, it's an idea, it's a myth.
I know nothing about it. I do know they are very much against pedophilia. They fight it very hard, but I know nothing about it.
They believe it is a satanic cult run by the deep state.
Oh my gosh, look at her mouth, run by the deep state. I don't even want to make the face because it could invite some sort of demonic presence in. Caught ya. The demon was showing. Antifa's literally been rioting for like 120 nights in a row. How much millions of dollars of damage? But everyone's got to disavow QAnon. What has QAnon done publicly compared to what Antifa has done in BLM? Makes no sense, but you know that's what happens when you live in backwards clown world. It
is this theory that Democrats are a satanic pedophile ring and that you are the savior of that. Now, can you just once and for all state that that is completely not true?
Why does she want him to say that a satanic pedophile ring doesn't rule the world so bad? That's maybe something worth looking into. But they do that on purpose with the Antifa QAnon juxtaposition. They treat it in a certain way, so the last thing you would expect would be that the Democrats were actually harboring the people that needed disavowing, the BLM and violent Antifa, not the QAnon. So it's like if you have all your people, your constituents, thinking like, why won't the Republicans disavow this evil group? It's like the last thing that person's thinking, who's like seeking justice like that, is I have a group of my own I need to disavow. So it's like they overplay one, underplay the other. So when that person thinks about what's going on, the last thing they could expect is that like, oh, it's actually the opposite of what I thought, because it's so hard for a person to like reverse that. So they just kind of keep them in that cognitive dissonance. And that's why it's hard to like run someone over and tell them the truth. You kind of have to like ease around it and then like let them come to their own conclusion and figure it out themselves. Next clip. Yeah, Savannah Guthrie or Susanna Guthrie? Savannah Guthrie. Savannah Guthrie has very chaotic vibes. Very hectic lady. Very hectic. You know, you can tell when she talks, she's very hectic. So I wouldn't like to spend time across from her. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Please. But for every Savannah Guthrie, there's a nodding lady in the background on our side that we love.
They've done a great job. We had the strongest economy in the world. We closed it up. We are coming around the corner.
Love her. Look at that. Super effective. Clip number 3, nodding lady. Yep. That's effective messaging. I think if you have someone in the background kind of like emotionally interpreting like that while you're saying something, people will see that it's like, oh yeah, this makes sense, and oh, I can get along with this. Like I'm just part of the group. Me, that guy, the guy talking. Yeah, this makes sense to me. And I think that's kind of what's going on here. I don't know. So maybe not a bad idea. Also, thank you to Brock B. He gave us $10 on Venmo. Me and Richard Rappaway went and got McFlurries. Thank you, Brock B. Meanwhile, on Joe Biden. Let's see what Muppet Joe is up to.
The idea that an 8-year-old child or a 10-year-old child decides, I decided I want to be transgender.
Can't help yourself, Joe, can you? So in my opinion, Joe Biden's like a human version of a Muppet, and we've been really hammering that here on the show. So yeah, that's the excuse for showing more Muppet Joe Biden pictures. He's the human version of a Muppet. To be fair, Joe Biden did actually a decent job in this town hall. He sounded very normal. I think it was a combination of having the questions ahead of time and then whatever the cocktail his doctor gives him that makes his brain go for 2 hours. That was whatever they're doing. That was a pretty efficient run at that. I think they kind of found their winning formula last night. So congrats to Team Biden. Also, is that subliminal serpent messaging? Am I crazy, or does that look like a snake face? Maybe. All right, moving on. Number five. So you guys may remember a few weeks ago, I shot a football review, NFL opening day, whatever, and I got a comment from somebody. I'm not going to say their name because we're not going to dox anybody here. He said, "Who is this? This guy can't even throw a football, I bet. Haha, sit down, crybaby." Okay. Sit down, crybaby. So then I replied with the obvious, "I can throw a football farther than you. Send video." Inviting him to some sort of competition. And then he said to me, which I don't get, and tell me if this makes sense to you, "Not with those T-Rex arms, you can't." Is that like, I don't. So yeah, Rapport doesn't get it either. So then I said, "How far do you think I can throw? Bet me." And then he said, "Bet you can't throw more than 40 yards. Not kick, throw. You do it and I'll click the follow button." So here at Fleccas Talks, we had nothing better to do. So place your bets. Do you think Fleccas can throw further than 40 yards? Place your bets, place your bets, place your bets. No more bets. No more bets. First things first, never bet against me. I'm part Sicilian. Richard, you know this. Never bet against me. That's the number one rule. So anyone who placed bets against me, 0 for 1. Number 2, I have an absolute cannon for an arm. I could throw further than pretty much everybody, unless you're like a real quarterback or if you can really whip it. But for the most part, speaking of the world in the whole, I could outthrow pretty much 99.9999% of the world population, maybe more, probably higher. This guy said I couldn't throw 40 yards. That's weird, buddy. Here's me throwing 50 from my knees. Yep, through the back of the end zone. Over 50 yards, buddy, from my knees. Maybe bet something else. Maybe he can't catch. Oh, he can catch too. Oh my God. Maybe he can't run and pass. Maybe he has trouble moving out of the pocket. Oh no, he's throwing across his body like 50 yards. Oh, here's me catching with a drone. Wow, this must be humiliating for whoever bet against me. I guess we all learned a lesson. What'd you learn today? Oh, well, never bet against Fleccas. Fleccas can do a lot of things I didn't think he could do. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for playing. Anyone else want to bet some stuff? At Fleccas on Venmo, know where to find me. And we got a drone. So thank you everyone who sent us money. We got a drone and we've been ordering a bunch of food. Me and Richard Rappboy are very well fed. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. ShopFleccas.com for that sweatshirt. Do you like that sweatshirt? Pretty cool. Look at that. ShopFleccas.com for that sweatshirt. Also, are you registered to vote? It's very important. I barely was because I had to move. I moved within the last few weeks, but I'm all good to go now. Link is in the bio. Check your registration status. It's very important. The election's in 2.5 weeks. Do that. ShopFleccas.com. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you at the next one. That was dope ending. So we had normal access to the field, and then we actually got locked in. So they came in and locked the gate, and we had to kind of jump out. I obviously handled that as well. If anyone wants to bet, can Fleccas jump this fence in Gucci loafers? I wouldn't recommend it because, take a look. I think I'm going to go boom, 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 boom. Kind of like that plan. That wasn't so bad.
That was easy.
Is this the move?
That's what I did.
And then...
One and done.